Hello and welcome back to part 3, the final part of our Deepwood Novel Sobble run. So we've just got to clean up the final little bit of Act 2 here, go through an elite battle, whatever the random event offers, the shops, the campsite, and then our boss. Now in terms of when you get to this stage, when you've just got a few battles left, you can start to game out who you want to take damage on and who you can be a little bit riskier on. The reason being is that when you get to the campsite here, you'll be given a choice. Either you can take 2 rounds of healing, or you can take the initial round of healing and then take a point of experience instead of 2 lots of healing. So you can have a look at your units and go, is there anyone who would benefit from 2 XP? Well, the Noble and the Dragon will level up off the fight, the Guard will level up. This Arch unit will not level up no matter what, unless the random event also happens to be a fight. So realistically, it's only this Giant Eagle and this Treant that would actually care. So we want to avoid taking too much damage on these, Golden Claw and Ancient Wildbreaker, because we can heal them once but not twice. With the Eagle it's not too much of a concern, because even if it dies outright, we'll get at least 1 wound back from just spawning. You get 1 wound back, and then you're given a heal for free at the campsite anyway, which put it on 3 or 4 wounds. So really it's just this healthy Treant that's the only one that's going to be a problem. This Treant isn't going to level up no matter what, so just take the double heal and be fine. So yeah, let's care for this one a little bit. Everyone else is either 2 and get there anyway, or 0 and won't get there regardless. And you see our army, we've got a bit of perfect symmetry here. Treant, Treant, Eagle, Eagle, Archers, Archers, and then the Spearman and Dragon ruin it for us. But there you go. Well, I think we can live with the Dragon being in the army. It isn't green yet, I'm guessing that'll be fixed later, but for now we'll make do with the blue one. Into this elite. Against Torbjorn. So dwarves, how fitting. To be defeated by their betters, the elves. So again, we'll stick the eagles on the flanks, but then we can get around and go quite fast into things. We'll put the durable units who are going to chin the damage for them just a bit in front. It's a bit of a mess over here, so let's have this Treant tank in case anything comes forward to try to shoot us on this side. That'd be nice and far back here. Safe from their edge. And I'm not sure what I want to do with this. I'm going to put the Dragon behind the Treant. It's all up against. So the immediate good news is that they have none of the long-range cannons. It's just Inferno cannons, so very potent but short range, so you don't have to worry about those. Their flying machines are going to fly up to me and use their steam guns. There's nothing to do, they're too fast. Other than that, it's flying machine, flying machine, flying machine, flying machine. 3 units of Berserkers, so very potent in combat, but quite relatively fragile for dwarves, so good to be shot at. Otherwise, we're just going to pass a bunch. Okay, we managed to position just well enough here such that it couldn't reach us, which is good. But that one is going to reach us, which honestly I don't care about. It's going to hit the trio anyway. Yeah, we save on 2+ because we're defense 7, so not the end of the world. I'm now forced to start making some decisions. Now, these flying machines are a bit strange in that they count as ranged units from the AI's perspective, so they never actually declare a charge against any of your units. They're a bit loopy like that, so we can just allow them to come towards me. I'll put this one here then, so you can hit and kill that. You'll get charged and bothered by this in a moment, but so be it. Unfortunately, it's still targeted the Eagle. We take no damage, though. We got a lucky save roll there. How fortunate. I was about to say that's all of their flying machines done. No, this one's still got to go. So that one will come forward and I'll flank it with this Eagle. In that case, you can get into the flank of this one. Like so. They're wasting turns with their... So the Inferno cannons will never move because the AI hasn't quite figured out how moving units works yet. Take a short range shot here. Reroll the ones with a good number of hits. Unfortunately, this isn't the reduce their saves unit, so they're not doing quite as much damage as you might otherwise do. This is this one, so I think if I shoot that into them and then have the Dragon hit that one, or maybe split its damage between both, perhaps I can kill both off. 3s, rerolling 1s, and then its save is now reduced to 4s. Dealing 4 wounds, so it's got 1 left. Stand where you are. Hit this one comes, we know. No damage. Escape. So I'll have you come here. That annoying flying machine for me. Yeah, the Berserkers aren't going to reach us for a very long time. We don't need to be particularly concerned. Can't quite reach the Spearman yet, so I'll just stand here. Okay, how do I want to handle this? This we can assume is just dead, so I could put this forward in such a way that it can barbecue both of them. Well, you can flamethrower one of them and fireball the other. Now the flamethrower is the one that's liable to do more consistent damage, so I think I'll flame this one. Say that I got 1 and 2. I did. Oh, we got lucky. Did all 3 wins and killed it anyway, and we'll throw the fireball at this one. Is the bow better or worse consistency-wise than the fireball? That gets us 3 shots. The fireball is 1 to 6. Your power 3, its defense 4. Your power 5. I think if I only need a single wound, so I think the fireball's okay here. Yeah, 3, and I force him to reroll, so unlikely that he saves all 3 times twice. Their slow infantry is not going to reach me, so that's not much of a concern. And only this treant left. Just start stumbling this way, I guess, to serve as a tank against these units. So the immediate good news is because of the way this army works, these Inferno cannons can basically be disregarded for the entire battle. The exception, of course, is that if I engage this in combat, I will actually be close enough for it to shoot me, which is annoying. I guess I'll have to run away later. Yeah, we do want to deal with these, stop having them flamethrower us. You've killed your target, which is unfortunate, and I'm not sending you into the front of their potent infantry units. Again, they just sort of stand there with their artillery, achieving nothing. They're going to come forward. I'm just going to wait here for a moment and see what they do. Wolf Engineer uses his ability, so let's start picking off some berserkers. Reroll the 1s, please. Save would be 3s, it's reduced to 4s. Good, they've moved in a position where they're not going to hit the eagle even if that combat stays in place, which is convenient. Again, I'm happy for you to just shoot more berserkers. Probably that one. That's going to come forward as well. It might reach these units, so I'll just use something over here first. He's going to come forward, in which case I suspect he might actually hit this spearman, so I'm just going to get you out the way this way, to some extent. Twist back towards them. Okay, he's moved. He's just given us a flank charge there if we wanted. So that just leaves you. How do I want to do this? If you flank charge there, that's only a unit of miners and they haven't got anything fancy, so if they came forward I could in theory flank them with Dragon, which would be pretty cool. It's not quite in range for that unit. Now I'm going to move you this way. Get them into... No, I can't quite get the treant into the side arc of that unit, so I'll just do this instead. Will they come? Oh, they have their explosive charges, so they're effectively throwing a grenade at me. And they rolled a 1, which is unfortunate. They do no wounds. Bad luck, guys. Okay, well, we'll just stand where we are and continue to roast them then. Honestly, we might as well just take the range damage while we have the chance. Excellent fireball. 5s re-rolling. That got them all. Brilliant work. Let's see how these eagles do. Not the most amazing things in combat, eagles, but you'd hope they'd win with a advantageous charge like this. It's a win by 1. Oh, that's going to be quite painful for you. I'm going to charge that unit with the spearmen to help kill them. The character's nothing, it's only an engineer. Our eagle hits 5 of 5 times, not bad. Only does a wound because it made itself defend 6, which is a bit annoying. 1 win back. Again, we win by 1, which is nice. Also hold. I think the eagles will lose these combats given enough time, so I might want to do something about that. You can reach that. Excellent. Finish that for me. You want to go and clean those up for me as well. Now, we'll now prevail on both those flanks. Wasting turns with the artillery again. They used, was it Potion of Power this time? Okay, so even more potent. Fair enough. I'll go with the archers first because I can see what they're going to do before I start moving around. 10 of 10, fantastic. Killing 6 of them. Move you away just in case they come towards us. And move a smart unit, which is that one. 10 as well. Less damage because of the lack of marksman rank 2, but we'll get there in a minute. Right now, where these two position themselves now, so that's the one that's left to move, which is annoying because I'm not going to be able to necessarily wait for it, but I can put you into the flank of this unit. Oh, and you're just ignoring me. Okay. In that case, well, yeah, I'm gonna use these two to shoot that one to death while it chases us. Now have the dragon come over here and deal with this one. Fire with bow as well. So it's 2s re-rolling and then their saves re-rolling. It's now low enough that I think they can finish them off easily enough. I'll have you come up over here and hit this unit in the side, like so. The eagle does 4 wounds killing it. Never mind, I was dead wrong. The eagle required no help whatsoever. This is all academic. Thanks for participating, guys. The character does nothing even with the potion of power. Eagle hits a fair few times and does a wound. Takes time back, so you would have won the combat as well. Treant doesn't help a lot, but it is defense 6 because that blasted spell it's using itself, so we are going to be stuck here for a bit. Oh, you know what I can do to be a bit clever? So currently, if we have a look, the poor eagle is within the incineration range of the Inferno cannon. So if I recharge this unit, as well as put that one into the side, they won't be able to hit the spearmen, so I can ignore them. And you can go ahead and hit those for me. Good. Just leaves this one to kind of impotently try chasing around a bunch of my guys. I'm going to use the spearman as a delaying tactic so I can force him to move some more stuff. I'm going to use this as a delaying tactic so then I can... Yeah. So by using these units first, I'll eventually force them to move, in which case I now know exactly where they are, and it becomes much easier to out-position them. Damaging one now. Wow. Next turn they'll be dead. Series of combats we should win. Oh, the engineer did a wound, how annoying. One back from the eagle. Oh, I got instant killed by the machine, that's unfortunate. But then the Treant stomps it. Fine. I hope that wasn't the eagle, I wanted to be healthy. I wasn't paying attention to the two of them. Not really the most important thing in the army. The dragon eats basically the whole squad. I don't care if it takes a wound, it's healing to full anyway. This is the one that might hold on. Yeah, they do a wound, which is annoying. Yeah, okay, they've got good morale. Dragon there to help them out. This one will heal twice anyway, so don't worry about it too much. You're going to get shot a lot, don't worry. I could send the eagle in right now, which would help combat resolution, and it's not going to take any attacks because the attacks will go forward into the Treant, so you may as well. You're all out of range of their annoying range cannons at the back, so it's okay. Over here and lend a hand, just in case we need the help. I could potentially have shot at this unit, but I don't suspect it will be there in a second. So, and I'm just going to ignore the backline artillery for... We can skip the rest of the phase, honestly. And then in case I feel like side charging the archers in. Treant kills another 5, great. Takes only 1 wound back, which is a pretty good result. He kills one more. Fly hole up and run away. We're outing this turn, so it doesn't really matter what we do. Skip charges. I'm going to, out of petty malice, shoot and kill these berserkers. Now we can end. I'm not vindictive. It's just elves and dwarven things. I'm morally obligated. Lots of levels, very nice as we get to the end. So these will all heal to full at the final campsite, so they're all okay with those. So Evania Flossbroom. Still no extra attacks, which is a bit annoying. That's so the skill, I guess, just in case she encounters a skill 5 enemy lord, just to engage in a duel. Dragon leveled up. The punishment's not really a big deal. The The gold's also at the end of the campaign, so we get 1 use of 5, so we'll take its skill 6 as well. Again, you may encounter skill 5 stuff. Spearman, I really don't care. Just take your 1 extra gold for 1 turn. The archer's leveled. Bow Mastery 2, fantastic time to get it, right at the end. Get our damage buff. This eagle leveled, extra attack, now and always. Gives them an actual chance of being useful in combat. So you heal to, well, the Forest Dragon is guaranteed to be full HP because it will go double heal at the camp, so you can take the gold. You're also guaranteed to get up to full. You're full already, you're full already. You're going to heal twice, so we'll go up to full at the campsite, so you're okay. You'll heal once, but that's enough to max you out, so that's fine. The Treant will heal, in theory, well, it depends what that random, if the random event is a battle, then we could in theory get enough XP from that as well as the camp to get us all the way up to 8 out of 8. So this is the one where I have to make a decision. If I heal now, I get what, 4 to 6 at the camp? No, yeah, 4 to 6 at the campsite, which is basically 7 or 8. That's good enough. It's full. But if the other one's a battle, I get another potential round of healing anyway. So yeah, I might as well just take the gold here. I'm rich, I tell you. We can come down this way. It's Dark Gift. Okay, interesting. This is the all or nothing run where a mysterious altar covered in eldritch runes. Your soldiers can ask for a favour, but at what cost? The cost is you send one of your units in on the hope that it can roll a 6. So I think I can click on any of them and just show you. I think I can change it around, yeah. So with single entities, it's the number of units in. So let's say if it was the archers, you'd roll that many dice, and the number of 6s you need is determined by how many there are. But so if it's a unit of 14, you need 4. Single entities, of course, need 1. A roll of 6 gets you the success. The reason why 1 is here is because if you happen to roll a 1, the unit dies. Of course, nothing really truly dies in the Sobble campaign. It just gets reduced to 0 or effectively 1 wound, which is unfortunate. I'm willing to take the risk because I suspect it'll be, I think you get like a power and attack or something along those lines. We'll heal Sunfeather twice, so the eagle, so we could buff the eagle. We don't need melee buffs on archers, so the dragon, potentially the eagle, or these treants. Which of those would we want extra power and attacks on? I think the dragon is potent enough as it is. It doesn't have an extra power attack is nice, but it doesn't really that practically change anything. It's still going to kill pretty much anything it comes across. So just making the treants a bit stronger is probably the way to go. Of these two, we can remind ourselves which is the injured one. So this is the injured one that it would only lose 3 and then it will heal twice at the campsite anyway, so 4 to 6 wounds, which is a bit low but not bad. Losing all the wounds on that one would be unfortunate. So yeah, I think I'll send the Grove Bloom in to try and get the extra damage. Here we go. It all comes down to a dice roll. We get it instantly. We get 6. If in case you don't roll a 1 or 6 immediately, you can keep rolling. If you get 2 through 5, you're allowed to keep rolling over and over again until you get one or the other. We got with a good result instantly. So a power and attack for our treant. Go to the final shop. Another noble, another unit of archers, or some rangers. Interesting. We can afford anything. Just a question of what we want to buy and then get some upgrades. I don't recall if we have any points in recruiter, and annoyingly I don't think it actually displays on the character. So buying the noble and the griffin is fun, but it's not necessarily the best kind of a tactical approach. I think the strongest unit we can probably buy is just the archer unit. We've got loads of flying. Well, I suppose the theme of the run is flying units, isn't it? So that would be, it'd be the most expensive, so we wouldn't be able to buy anything else, which is a bit sad to get an extra attack on. What would you want to buy? None of those are Banner of Mist, I suppose, so they can't be shot, but we're positioning them in such a way that the archers aren't the target to be shot anyway, so that's not that useful. Yeah, the only thing that I would really want is Relentless, so this 50 points, so if you wanted that, you'd have to buy either of these two, but it's not the end of the world. I think the dragon is strong enough on its own. So yeah, I'm going to go with the all-flying army, is what this one has turned into. We do have one, excellent. Skill 5 or more attack. I think more attacks is slightly better on average. Oh, we do have the extra one. Okay, great. We have 2 points of recruiter. So we'll make Blackwing here kind of potent. Yeah, that's it. So I couldn't buy any of the upgrades for the noble, unfortunately, but never mind. Go to our final rest. Heal everyone to basically full. Except for the ones who obviously aren't going to get there, so pick and choose carefully now. This is irrelevant, this is irrelevant, this is irrelevant, this is irrelevant. Moot, moot, moot. you're not going to get the XP is not going to get to the level, so you might as well take the heal and max out. You will take your point of experience because there's no reason not to, and you immediately get 5 attacks or skill 5. It all depends on what we encounter. If we encounter something that's skill 4 itself, going up to skill 5 is better than the extra attack. And I think for the final boss, the likelihood is there'll be a lot of at least skill 4 stuff running around, so I think this is the better choice on this occasion. Okay, you won't level up no matter what, so take your max HP, but you will level, you already max HP, so take your level, and you get an extra attack. Fantastic. 7 attack. So this is the one with extra attacks, but the other one is the one that has Dark Gift. So there's the stat lines of our Treants have actually exploded right at the end there. So the most skill 5, power 7, defense 7, attack 7. So you're down 1 power because you don't have Dark Gift buffing that, but otherwise you're pretty much identical now. Not bad, given there's a level difference. Deepwood Noble on a Griffin, so just more flying units to run around and be a nuisance. So I've got multiple uses of Hunter's Call now, in case that's irrelevant. We can consider dropping that in. The Archers, with both of them have their big upgrade, which is nice. The only way to make this unit stronger now is by if we took extra unit size and increase their numbers. Otherwise, we've got all the ranks of the good stuff. Eagle, Eagle, Treant, flying units finally. And this Valiant Spearman, who I guess I can leave in a block like that because they get to fight in 3 ranks if they get charged. Just they're a unit that I had to take because that's who accompanies the Noble at the start of the campaign. Well, they've been doing filing our taxes in the back of the army. It's not glorified work, but it needs doing. Here's the final boss. We'll be facing the Unholy Alliance. So men and orcs, which is a bit worrying because it means they have quite a bit of artillery. So we want to protect our super valuable units from being instantly artilleried off the board. Typically the kind of overarching strategy when we have this battle map, because there's this big impassable chunk in the way, deploying the entirety of your army on one side is usually the way to go. The reason being is that, well, that half of their army will engage you immediately. You can engage it with all of your army. You'll win, you'll kill it, and then the half of their army over here either has to follow in behind and won't be able to help or drag themselves all the way around this way. Either way, by the time the second half is involved, you've already killed the first half of their army, and then you can just easily inflict defeat and detail upon them. This is a good bit of strategy there, this is the way to go. So put our flying units here so they don't get immediately killed. Eagle can come up the side here, so I don't have the archers here to start shooting things immediately. And what am I going to do with my... There's even more Treants and Eagles here. Stand there. You can come up here. Up there, we're all packed on this side. Ready to confirm. So this is what... Yeah, so they do have some of these cannons we're going to immediately want to deal with. They have their own Knight Commander on, Imperial Dragon. Contend with that. Do we want to go first and immediately start trying to shoot that cannon? Depends what it targets. What I could do is shove the Spearmen as far forward as I can immediately, with the hope that they end up targeting them, and I think they will. So now I'm free to start. I can try and hit the cannon before it can do anything. And reach it there. So unfortunately we'll be hitting on 5+ because of Protected Crew, long range, and Protected Crew reducing our save, so -1, -1. It's still 5+, we'll get 3 or so hits and then reroll once 4 hits, and then we'll force them to reroll saves. I can probably kill it with 2 turns of shooting with both units. I get 5 hits, not bad. 2 wounds. It's going to take them a while to come around as we kind of game that out. Yeah, you take your shot as well. Worse. Yep, 3 hits. They're rolling above average saves, but next turn I'll be able to kill it. I'm now just going to pass a bunch because forcing their melee units to move is convenient for me. Good, I know where the dragon's landed, so I can outposition it now. I could try and throw a fireball. It's there, I could reach it and hit it. Would the bow and arrow be better? I hit on 3s re-rolling, and then they'll be saving on 3s but forced to re-roll their successes. I think the bow is more consistent. It all depends. So you get, well, d6 is an average of 3.5 when you add together the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then divide by 6. So on average you get more hits with this. The downside is I don't get to re-roll the hit, whereas with these I do. So you get, this would be 3s re-rolling, it's like 88% chance to hit with 3 attacks. That has more attacks but less ultimate hits, I suspect. But I still think the fireball's better because you would benefit from Of course, it'll be power 5, so they'll reduce their saves and they have to reroll their saves, so I'm going to go this way around. I got unlucky in Model 1, okay. Tragic, it was worth a try. I'm going to have you then scooch over here and intercept their dragon. So just reach it, just get close enough so I'm hoping I'm not the primary target of the cannon. Other things, it's just, I don't think that cannon can reach us, it's stuck behind their units and terrain, so I can just ignore it. That stone throw can hit me, but I have the Banner of Mist, so it's not particularly potent. Banner of Mist specifically counters random dice attacks like this really well, so they can do some track rolls. Good, and they wasted their cannon on the fodder unit. I mean, the extremely valiant and useful spearmen. Start marching other things up now. I'm confident that will be dead, so I don't have to be scared of it anymore. Stand in place because they're stuck behind their own guys. You're going to get charged there, so what I can do is I can just ignore everything else. I could, in theory, go hit the cannon like this. Send the eagle straight into it. It's not a bad idea. Then I can get into, like, I could probably chain straight into that one next turn. See there, you'll charge me, but we can deal with that. The only thing I want to be concerned with, when you're declaring charge against an enemy unit, so you have to be able to draw a straight line uninterrupted from the centre of the facing you're charging to the centre of your front. So from there to there, is there any thing in a way? I think I've positioned in such a way that that doesn't block me, so we're okay, take it. They're going to come around there, we're not particularly fussed. You can start, I don't know, just stand here and look pretty. We'll eventually get in the way of these units. If they get to there, I could immediately tree ant them if I wanted, and I think I will. No reason not to. What on earth are you going to do? You could go straight over right now and already hit that stone thrower. Nothing they can do to stop me, which is a bit amusing. Yeah, why not? We have a lot of hyper-mobile units here. We can kind of dance around as we see fit. So we're immediately going to lock that annoying dragon in place, so it can't do anything. You can then deal with the cannon for me. You can hit this one for me, and you'll intercept those. Good. Got everything I wanted. What they try and move there, was it the giant that kind of moved and got stuck? I think so. Hard to tell from the colorations. Okay, this one comes, not much of a threat. All of their ranged units are now effectively subdued, so we can just pass freely. If you're given the option, you want to pass because forcing them to move and reveal their positioning is really convenient. You waste it, and then you can then be clever. With these ones who are locked in combat, you can just use them without using the ability to waste yet another move. He uses Furious Charge on himself, which is... Wait, I thought that was only... Activate once without commander. Oh, I see. I thought it only kicked in when they charge, but no, you can use that. It just allows himself to reroll attacks, which is nice. But my dragon just outstats their dragon. My character outstats their character, so that should be relatively straightforward. Okay, and again we'll do the same with our Griffin Lord over here as well. You might be in for getting shot over there in a minute. See what we can do about that. Okay, so they've moved everything on this side. Might as well just come forward and start shooting stuff then. You want to definitely engage these over here. With trolls, it's an all or nothing commitment because if you don't do at least 3 wounds, they'll end up regenerating. But I think I could do 3 wounds with us reducing their saves here. I don't do a single wound, that's terrible. They're going the wrong way. Just a choice. Can I get over there? Do you think I hit them with another unit of archers? No, I haven't got the range for it. So I'm just going to move over for now. The eagle here isn't really going to achieve a whole lot, I'm going to be honest. You can just start coming forward. Turn in place. Okay, what have they yet to move? Just looking at the colour, so I think this big block of brutes and the war chief have yet to move, so that's about it. I don't know what that giant's trying to do. That eagle's in spot above there. I might have to flee that in a moment. You can just come forward then, start eventually pushing in this direction. Yeah, they're going to hit my poor noble. My lord there's in a bit of trouble. I could try and save it by doing this. Then recharge that unit. There's nothing they can do to stop me. Yeah. I'd rather have the eagle go in and stop them than have the lord hit by in the back. Okay, here we go. We have a duel between Vanya Frostbloom and Commander Brandt. So there's no initiative. We effectively both get to attack. So let's see there's a lance and shield, but it's only powerful because I didn't let them hit me, which is good. We have better skill, so I hit on 3s, hit 2 times, and I have better power, and I force him to reroll save, so he takes 2 of his 3 wounds. Hitting back, he gets to reroll because of Furious Charge, hits me twice, and even without the charge, he still has better power than my dinky little defense 3, so I save on 5s. I take 2 wounds, we're both on 1 wound each. Dragon versus Dragon. Forest Tail hits Sky Talon 5 times, or it has a good save and only takes 1 wound. He gets to reroll, which is annoying, so he gets more hits. And it's a draw, but he'll lose his rerolls now, so I'll have an advantage in the next round. Likely we'll actually end up killing each other, which is a bit annoying. Eagle just kills the cannon, not surprising. Over here, Galadron Swift Branch is going to hit Goblin Stone Throw. He does 2 wounds, Griffin does 2 wounds, there's 1 left. It has terrible discipline and lost by a lot, so it should automatically break and die. Very good. Now this is our Dark Gift Grove Bloom Treant, so very potent. The only thing it doesn't do is reroll hits, so you might have a bit difficult hitting, but after that you can do a lot of damage. I expect eventually you'll just pummel this whole unit to death. It won't break, well I was about to say it won't break anytime soon because of all of its ranks, but no, it ran away anyway. Okay, I'm going to flee this eagle. I'd rather have it back, and I can save you by doing this. Are there any other charges I want? Not particularly. I could hit this unit. I'm just going to wait to see if they run away, and then I can put the tree into them later. I'll do. You're definitely getting cannoned in a moment. Oh no, it can't see us because they've blocked their own line of sight with the unit. Funny. And even more so there. Now I could just pass a bunch because they can't reach me. The giant's actually a better target than the trolls, I think, for my archers. I'm going now, and yet they obviously aren't going to reach me either, so just start killing the giant. Ordinarily be saving on 2s because it's high toughness, but I reduce it to 3, so yeah, 2 wounds you just wouldn't have without my little ability. Comes another giant. It's not going to bother us for a while because I can just do this. Trying to get into short range, don't quite manage it. Oh well, use those 3s. 2 more, we're already halfway there. I'm going to deal with the trolls later. Try and rally the eagle. We do. That's good discipline. Surprisingly, eagle's quite brave, it turns out. Try to charge. Ordinarily they would have run forward. It would have made it easy to catch them. The cannon's gone, which is great news for me. I'm going to wait for these to go so then I can fly around and hit them in the back without cost. Let's delay a turn by doing. I might as well use this now because I'm probably about to die. I'm going to be honest. I do manage to get around and hit my noble. Dealing the wound, fine. We'll live with it. Other things I can do. I've got 2 treants here. One of them could certainly get into the side of this halberdier unit. How do we think this is going to go? You're going to end up getting flank charged here, which is going to be pretty awful for reasons perhaps obvious. So I could send one into their flank, or I could probably better off sending him this way and hitting that unit in the back. Good, they've now also wasted their move, so everything here is moved. I think that's everything in their army except that unit rallying, so I'm now free to move you. You hopefully to engage that cannon. Perfect. You can kill that for me. Okay, the War Chief has used its Warcry ability, increasing everyone's power, which I don't think is relevant mathematically. He's not going to get to fight because he's too many ranks separating and they can't fight backwards. There are no other combat, so yeah, the AI just does that thing where if it's engaged in a fight before it actually does anything, then it will automatically just use its ability on the first possible turn available, which is a bit obviously loopy here because it makes no difference, but it's not smart enough to realise that. Start coming towards here and lending a hand with these. They do rally, so we'll have to have someone contend with that for me. I could probably just put them into the back there, that'll do. Leaves that halberdier unattended to, but we can deal with that later. That's everything. Okay, here's the mighty duel again. So I suspect we'll now kill each other. Yep, so he's dead. Gets me back. I'm dead. There you go. They slew each other. It's more about how the dragons go, which I think I now should win because I just raw out stat there one. Okay, so it's a draw again. How the wound shape out? It's 3 versus 3. This is going to be really close. Eagle has 6 attacks now, which is pretty great. Does 2. They can't hit me back. They have good distance because of all the ranks. So yeah, you're now dead as a door now. Yeah, you're. In fact, it's so dead. I'm going to be clever. I'm not going to charge with that unit. I'm going to explain why momentarily. Other things I can do, you can rerun this. If I charge the Treant in, what's going to end up happening is all of these attacks, so all the brutes and the war chief and this giant are all going to hit the eagle. It's only got 4 wounds, but they're allowed to inflict overkill for the purposes of combat resolution. They're going to end up doing so much damage to it that I'm going to lose combat by a hilarious amount, and it's just going to be pointless. I might actually reconsider. This unit is fearless, so I don't suffer any negative penalties, so presumably I'll lose the combat, oh well, in which case I can then just pass a discipline check and continue to beat the orcs here to death. That's probably the way to go about it. If it wasn't fearless, I wouldn't do that, because we'd lose combat so badly I would then, despite not being touched at all with a tree, and I would then break and run away, which would be terrible, but I should be safe because of fearless on this occasion. Other potential charges, not with the archers or spearmen. Everyone else here is engaged, very good. They've ignored that, which is good. I was worried for a moment they would stand there and hit it in the side, but they chose not to. Okay, we know where you're going to wind up. I'm now forced to start making decisions. Let's start killing this giant again. 3s, we roll 1s. Not great hit rolls, but we'll take it. 1 wound left. You can absolutely kill it with this unit. Just move away from the trolls now. You get to there, which is easily avoided. You can easily do a single wound to a giant. Yep. Okay, trolls, you're next on the chopping block. I'm just going to move backwards, no need to be fancy. Their backline stuff here is shuffling around. I'll delay a turn by doing this. They're intending to engage my Treant. Okay, not much I can do about that. Do I want the spearmen to fight that unit? Absolutely not. I'm just gonna. I don't need melee units to help me with this anymore. The archers can dance around them indefinitely. You're gonna. Well, they tried to shoot them, but they can't engage because they're locked in combat. I think that's all of their units now, except for maybe that one. No, it seems greyed out. I think they've moved. You can tell from the buttons. So if they have any units, they'll be coloured here. So only me left, which is this eagle. What do I want to do with it? I could throw the eagle into that halberdier unit with the express purpose of preventing them from charging my Treant. The halberdiers are the only thing in their army that realistically has a chance of killing it because of their special property of they don't add power or anything fancy on the charge. Rather, anything they hit can never save one better than 4+. So all my super high defense 7 isn't going to help me. I'm going to take a bunch of wounds, so I might suicide the eagle into that to prevent them from bothering me, and then I can have you hit them in the side later. Here we go. So the riders are dead, so it's just the forest dragon versus imperial dragon. We have 3 wounds each, but I've got more attacks and better skill, so we should be able to manage this. I've also got better defense, which is crucial because it's improving myself. I do 4, good, dead. Do I die in return? I only take 2 hits, I can't. I've got 2 wounds left. Forest Tail has prevailed. Over here, yeah, this eagle is the most dead eagle ever. There's 2 extra wounds for combat res, which is nice. Yeah, it takes 6 wounds from the unit. And the giant puts in another 4. Yes, this is why we're gonna lose by a huge amount, which is a bit annoying. We hold because we'd have to roll terribly. Yeah, can I kill a cannon in 1 turn? 1 wound from the character, 2 wounds from the eagle. No, it's still there, but they lose by a lot, so please fail. Yeah, fail, breaks, dead. Treant over here, we're hitting this unit. Killing 4, not bad. This is the one that isn't power 7 because it's not dark. And they're off the field, fantastic. They've annoyingly... okay, I was afraid that... I could... So because I was the closest unit, they're going to charge me, and I can only intercept if I'm closer, and I didn't get close enough, so... To keep this unit in the game, I don't want them to hit the halberdiers head on, and it has amazing discipline, so if I flee it, it's almost guaranteed to rally later, so I'm going to do so. Nothing else anyone can charge that I want them to charge, so that's it. They'll then out and get themselves in a terrible position, which is convenient for me. Okay, I'm gonna wait for them to move so I can outposition them. Let's just try rallying this now. You rolled an 11. Okay, you won't flee the field at least, so you're not gonna completely run off instantly. So they've moved already. Everything on this side is already positioned, so I'm free to outposition them. What I'd like to do is get it into the back and rear charge them, but I want to wait until these units use their turn. If they go immediately, they'll probably just shoot and kill me. So let's go with something else first. You around, hit them in the side. Level 6. Good, I now know where that is, so it's easy to dance around it and do a lot of damage. We do at least 3 wounds a turn. Yep, pretty comfortably as it turns out. So they turned to face my Griffin, but they didn't shoot it, bizarrely. Well, I'm not going to complain. You just get out of range and then turn and shoot. That's right. I need you to do 1 more to finish off the wounded one. You do, very good. The extra wound will go to waste, but that's okay. The handgunners will shoot me though. Did 2 wounds, I've got 2 left, that's enough to get some use. Where do I want to put you is the question. I could probably just have you go right around. Let's go a bit further forward. I'm hopeful to twist and hit them in the back. I can. Excellent. I mean, there's no point using that now. Okay, just my 2 units now, which is you getting... Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, no. Because that giant has reached my tree and it's going to charge me. Because I'm broken and routing, I won't be able to flee again to stop it. So I'm going to have to sacrifice a unit to get the tree and keep the tree in the game. Which I'm afraid has your name on it, guys. Stand right there, get in the way of everything. You can't legally declare a charge on him now, so yeah, you have a mighty battle there, and you're going to come around here and rear end. I was going to say I was going to rear end this Orc Brute unit, but honestly, I think I'd rather hit the handgunners. Just kill off all that. Yeah, that's a much better use of an eagle rather than having it kill itself there. Here we go. They're brutes and the character into the Treant. I'm defense 7 and dark gifted, so yeah, annoyingly they're power 5, so they're winning me on 3s, but I will just win anyway. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to allow them to charge. Don't flee. Well, I guess I could flee and prevent it from getting to combat, but we might as well use the spearman for something, have them fight. You're going to go across and hit them. You're going to rear end those. Flank the pesky halberdiers. So you're not charging into that, and that's... I could... Should I recharge the goblin? Yeah, let's just keep hitting them until they die. No mercy, no respite. Lots of charges. Okay, they're moved into a somewhat annoying position. Could you not roll like 11 again, please? Fortunately, if I do win this combat and they break, I'm just going to hit the side again anyway. They can't... is that a side arc? No, it's majority front, so they won't even be able to charge me there. That was completely pointless. They've moved into an annoying position to hit my 4 archers there. Shooting them again. 4 wounds down already. Very good. Have you shoot as well. I'm hopeful to kill one because then it makes getting away from them a bit easier. Or in fact 2, it makes getting away from them really easy. They're safe. They've run out of units. The only thing I have left is this, which is currently engaged. That's fine. Giant smacking my paw. Oh, we rolled a 6 and saved. He did no damage. We might win this combat. We do 1 wound. We won. Way to go, Spearman. It's fearlessly shoot 9, so you're never going to break it, but you're doing a good job distracting it. Can the eagle defeat the handgunners? Seems so. Yep. Adran hitting these cavalry. That chose sportingly not to shoot him last turn. Will reward you by feeding a horse to the griffin. Griffins, I think, from a fantasy lore perspective, love the taste of horse. It's just their favourite meal. No damage from halberdiers. If that turns around and hits you, you're probably dead. No, you got away with it. You. The character can hit me backwards, which is a bit annoying, but no one else can. 6 hits. Oh, they've got defense 5, so they've got 5 up saves. Still can't hold. Usually the character has less power than... Yeah, he's only power 4 and the unit's power 5. He's actually better at hitting the treant than he is, so you can do that. Yeah, I'll just have you counter and deal with that for me. I could side charge that unit immediately. What I think I'll do instead is I'll wait a turn to rear charge them. I can also use my breath attack once for free, which is convenient. Everything else, just to stay on them. I'll do that one because I'm more confident you can break and kill them. This I'll let them try and run away first, and if they don't, then I'll put the eagle in. What we thought would happen there. Not a whole lot for you to do now apart from coming up here and shooting that unit. Good start. They do rally, so we have to contend with them somehow. That's a touch annoying because there's nothing to... What I might do, come over here, use this now, and use Hunter's Call. They do rally there, so I can just put them into their back again, no problem. My hope is that I've got enough movement now. I can obviously get this is the issue. I can get there easily to shoot them, but I want to get there to engage them in. Kind of put that unit in a bad position, really. I want to get there to side charge them next turn, which obviously this movement charge range here is a lie. It's a lot larger than it looks because I'm getting the benefit of Hunter's Call. That will shrink down in a moment, but I think I've still managed it where they can't hit me. And I'll be able to side charge the halberdiers with my archers, of all things. Good. Still a unit remaining, which is you. You can flamethrower them as well. Or not. Struggling to do any damage with that Forest Tail, but never mind. We're in rear end the brutes. The Mighty Combat again. It squashes us this time. Yeah, okay. It's only power 6 now, so I get to save them 5s rather than 6s. This amazing combat, one troll versus a tree ant. It does a wound. Can I do 3 to it? Yes, I can. If I only did 2, it ended up surviving, but trolls have bad discipline anyway, it probably runs away. Character, again, does no damage. My tree ant squashes another 3, so systematically I'm just going to kill off the whole unit. Never letting you back into the game. Galadran, feeding a couple horses to Blackwing again. Delicious. Have the archers are majorly engaged in combat there to spare that unit. You can recharge those and you can hit them in the back. Hit them in the back. That's everything. Charge is well executed. There's nothing that isn't engaged in combat now, so there's nothing for you to shoot at. Just in case this unit is still here, you can turn them. I suppose if they are still there, they'll turn around, won't they? So hit them in the back like that. You reach anything to be of assistance? I guess that unit, in theory. Giant smacking my poor spearman again. I eventually break combat. There's nothing it can charge, fortunately, because, well, it can recharge those, I suppose. An archer, but that should be a piece of cake. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. You're now gonna... I guess I could just flee and put the tree ant into it. Skytail only kills 2. They might turn around here. No, they have rolled terribly. You get away with it. Golden Claw kills 3 more. Also run away. And clear the field. Grove Bloom takes no damage again. Kills some more. Just your man left there, the War Chief. Ragnar himself. And now he's decided to be brave and turn around. How's that going to go, do you think? I'm going to charge there. I'm going to flee because why on earth would I allow you to kill my poor archers? Yeah, you just stay on them. Nothing for you to do over here. Might as well hit them in the side. No, that was a mistake. I needed him to side charge him. Oh well. I'll just use the archers to deal with you instead. They fail to rally, those two. That's no problem. My spearmen failed to rally. Archers do, which is crucial because they're going to have to flee again in a moment. You up here. Start chipping away at the giant. I say chipping away, they can start killing it pretty effectively. Other moves, these over here, which really aren't participating in the campaign anymore. They've basically finished their allotment. in case that unit is somehow still there. There's nothing, and he gets bonked. Instant dead. Treant does a bunch of damage, which is nice. Takes a return. Tail kills 4 more. I think that's -2 is going to be pretty hard for them to roll. Well, I'm obviously not going to let you do that, so flee again. And then I'll just leave the Forest Dragon out, and I'll put you into the side. You can go there and kill those for me. There's nothing else for you to do. It's all clear. The reason I left the Forest Dragon out is because I'm hoping if I come over here, there's no round beyond this one. I'm just curious if I can kill the giant, so adding its fire breath to the damage pool just to do a little bit more. It does nothing, which is unfortunate, so it's extremely unlikely, but let's try it. So take 4 wounds now. How hilarious! We managed to kill the giant as well. Back in action, which is great. You're back. Everyone's rallied. No one ran away off the field, so I didn't lose any units. That's basically it. It's just combats now. Treant, yeah, kills a whole load of them. Does nothing back. 2 left. They stay on because they can't need to get to there, but they'll leave the field in a second. They're all dead. Take no damage. Okay, so there's 2 brutes hanging on technically, but I think I'll take it. You've reached the end. Trail of Dead conquered. But more foes remain. I play the higher difficulties. So we're going to have a look at our stats. We've got the kill ratio is actually not bad. Usually you're aiming for about 10 to 1 is pretty good. That's enemies killed 523 to 34 loss, but 15 to 1 plus, pretty good. Not a huge amount of gold. We kind of, it was a bit of a lackadaisical run, but we had, again, small amount of gold. We had a lot of units hired because they were kind of small units. Let's see who did the best. 56 from Ivania, which is fine. It's not the highest we've seen in Menador. 85 from Forest Tail, didn't come in too early. It'll be the archers, I suspect, yet. The original archers, 166. The eagles not really killing a lot throughout the campaign. So yeah, as someone has cleverly pointed out down in the comment section, correctly identified, the eagles aren't necessarily the strongest unit Sovel has to offer. They're very fragile, and they don't, even with all the upgrades that you pump into them, they still don't have great damage output. His speed and versatility of being able to position around as you want is quite nice, but you need to insist on rear charging things with them, otherwise they tend to just bounce off. As we saw, even when I do rear charge, and if they get a lucky discipline check and they hold, the enemy unit's just going to turn around and pummel you to death. So yeah, you've got to be quite delicate with them. And at 59, the kills from the final battle don't count, so you get stuck all the way down at 9, but technically it wouldn't be bad. Otherwise, yeah, that's our airborne Deepwood Noble run complete. Happy with that. So thank you very much for watching. The channel is growing nicely. I'm very pleased. If you come along and you're enjoying what you're seeing, I'm very glad. Do like, subscribe. It immensely helps out, and I do appreciate it. If you do like the Sovel content and you have any ideas for what you'd like to see in the game, then please do let me know. I'm always open for kind of run concepts. Or if there are other kind of related games that you may be interested in seeing on the channel, then by all means do drop a note down in the comment section. I take the time to stop and read them all, so any feedback you leave will be taken on board. Or if you just want to chat, that's fine too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.